Heat race number 2 on the cards right now. Heat race, as I click us to the right camera here. Sorry about the late start. Shaggy had another league to attend to, and, well, they got racing a little bit, but hey, we're here. Lap number 4 underway here. Christian Peterson leads the way in heat race number 2. Seth the Merchant up to P2 there, and, well, looks like a Kevin Harvick 29, but we're going to imagine that's a 57. Dang you, Seth, you're going to make it hard on me tonight, because I imagine you're going to be working your way up to the front with that I rating and license that I see. I'll be kind of shocked. But, hey, long way to go. Anthony Yankello must have been involved in that early spin here. He's currently in 9th. Running around, Mark Whitley rounding out your top 5 there in the 77. He's got Matt Mingo behind him trying to get a run. Can Matt think about shooting to the inside here through 3 and 4? No, the 77 of Whitley shuts the door, and 4 laps to play here at the fairgrounds. It says I-55 Raceway because, like I said, I was a little busy. We'll change that. You guys know the deal. Playing at the fairgrounds here all season. CP looking to play around with maybe a front row starting spot here this evening. Good run through 1 and 2, but here comes the 57. Can the Pennzoil machine find a way to get to that rear bumper as we roll out a 4, 2 popsicle sticks in the air, 2 more trips around. Here comes Chris Smith. He's inching closer to the Merchant. Can he possibly make a run here at P2 as we roll into 3 and 4? We see that white flag flying. 1 more trip around. It's all she rode here for heat race number 2 winners, Christian Peterson. If he can be smooth on the bottom through 3 and 4, that's exactly what he does. Checkered flag flies, and heat race number 2 is in the books. And, well, that's why I didn't have that up. It doesn't want to work. I was wondering, I was like, well, Shaggy's blocking the flag man. That's why, because in this series we used the top ticker, but you see there it wasn't being very nice, didn't want to behave, and, well, let's take a look here at the results here for heat race number 1. We missed that. Jake Griffin. Oh no, he started him first. Excuse me, I was looking at the wrong row. Jonathan Adkins, Justin Coleman, Jake Griffin, Matt Sicardo, your top 4 in heat race number 1. Not too sure what the invert is going to be here, but let's put our correct heading in here. Let's try to bring up the correct ticker. I'm telling you, Shaggy knows how to spell. I have a keyboard that there you'll see the end pop up. I can do caps lock N, but I cannot do shift N. I have no idea why shift and N doesn't work. Shift and any other letter combination works on this keyboard. But I'm telling you, I can send you video evidence. I'm not lying about that. It's the most ridiculous keyboard problem I've ever seen. And, well, it doesn't look like it wants to give us lap times here on this top one. So we'll probably click back over to my dirt ticker so we can see some lap times here. That'll run off without a hitch. You see an 18.45 right now for JG. Elvis with an 18.51. Smith with an 18.59. Most drivers staying on pit road here, not even coming out for warm-up. So only 5 drivers taking advantage of the track time. Here's the checkered flag waves, and we get ready to roll off for tonight's main event here in the Trackmaster Sims series. Starting on the outside of row number 10 in the 24, Kyle Adams. And to his inside, the 26 of Frank Barbary. Outside of row number 9, the 79 of Anthony Yankello. And to his inside, the 23 of Joey LaDuce. Row number 8 to the high side, the 73 of Jonathan Smith. And to his inside, the double deuce of John Lyday. Row number 7 on the top shelf, the 91 of Russell Peets. And to his inside, the 54 of Brandon Elvis. Sorry, I got a little speechless there. Trying to find the correct camera. I think we've got it now. Tough when you do all this by yourself. Starting on the outside of row number 6 in the 1-2, Matt Mingo into his inside in the double 3, Captain Caveman, Frankie Klein. Row number 5, the double 7 of Mark Whitley to the high side into his inside, the 40 of Ken Zeems. Row number 4 on the high side, the 17 of Keith Kincaid into his inside, the 60 of Matt Sicardo. Row number 3, Christopher Smith takes the 80 and lines up on the outside of the 3 of JG Jake Griffin. Row number 2, the 57 of Seth the Merchant to the high side. And to his inside, the 04 of Justin Coleman. Row number 1 to the outside, the 71 of CP Christian Peterson. And to his inside, the 117 of John Adkins. Is going to be honest with you. About halfway through row number 2, well, I realized that probably isn't the starting order because these guys do an invert. So everything I just told you could be a lie. As we may see a couple of the front rows invert, and I have had a long night. Crack a cold one here. We're going to get ready to go play 100 laps here at the fairgrounds. I believe they got one set of sneakers for tonight. The set they got on you know what? We're going to double check here. We don't mind. We can pull him up. We'll just upset John. John, I don't mind pulling you up here. You're live, brother. I got a question for you because, Shaggy, man, I got a bad memory. One set of sneakers tonight, right?
Yes, we don't get any but the ones we're starting on out of this pit road here. So it's 100 laps tonight.
Now,
it's going to be fun.
How do you look at this race now, man? Do you race it differently? Do you take it easy in the beginning, or do you try to get up front and set the pace? What's the plan?
The only pace I'm setting is grandma speed. So I'm going to save. I literally ran 100 laps in practice. I've already run this race in practice, made the changes I needed to make for the race to make sure that at the end I'm going to be there and I'm going to have good tires to race with. Because when we tested, I blew a tire. So, man, it's going to be fun. We're going to see. I think people are going to drop by like flies about lap 50 or 60 if we stay green.
Well, hey, man, good luck. Put that double deuce up on the front, man. What do you say?
We'll see what happens. The invert's 10 tonight, so I think the 77 is going to be on pole. So he's pretty happy about that when Atkins is going to go back to P10. So we got some guys that are fast that really want to get up there quickly, and we got other guys that might conserve. So we'll see. I'm excited.
All right, me too, John. Good luck, brother.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
It's a double deuce of John Lyday. Where is he starting tonight, Shaggy? You should remember you just did the rundown. 15th, that double deuce there. At 30 below on the hood. Pay attention to that blue machine. He's going to be a contender here at the end as long as he keeps that front end clean. Roll around one more time here. Not a lot of guys in the Discord tonight. Shame on you, because I don't want to just pull down John, all those guys. Well, I mean, you know, I know him personally. I want to talk to different drivers. Start hanging out in the Discord. I'll pull you up under caution. I'll send you back home. I promise I'll make it quick, but it just makes it a little more intimate, I like to think. But we roll through 3 and 4 that final time. The pace car is going to stay out there because, well, I don't know why it's going to stay out there, but it's going to go around one more time. I'm so used to doing dirt races here. I'm used to that one pace lap, and then we get rolling. Ready to jump the gun here, but the drivers still need a little bit more time. As Ken Zeems in the 40 machine set. Or no, excuse me, that's the 77 of Whitley. Your leader chose the outside. So will that prove to be a good decision? We saw last week the outside be where you wanted to be. Gonna go around one more time here. Really make me look dumb. I don't know why the lights are off on the pace car. If we're gonna keep going around, that is what's throwing me off. But gonna go around one more time here, and well, if you're out there watching, let us know who you're rooting for. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button. Let your friends, your family know what you're doing tonight. Tell them you're tuning into Shaggy TV for some racing here at the fairgrounds. As we'll see if the pace car decides to dive off this time. It does. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Mark Whitley drops the hammer, and we've got 100 laps here at the fairgrounds. Buckle up, get your drink, pop your popcorn. You got plenty of time here. Is Kincaid able to get around the that's Justin Coleman, excuse me, able to get around the outside of Kincaid. He's going to use that high side early. We're going to see drivers run around at different paces here at the fairgrounds. Some people wanting to get to that front early, then take it easy. Other drivers just okay with biding their time here, and I imagine CP, one of those drivers, probably going to try to hook up with that 29 machine, aka 57 of Seth the Merchant. If he could follow him up through the field, I think he'd use that as a success here. Let's ride on the nose. Kincaid trying to hold on, but DeMerchant proven to be too much. Here is CP taking a look. That Skyline 71. You don't want to push it too early there, and every time you slip and slide, you're going to see that grip level decline, and CP trying to do it quick, able to clear, and I have to see if he can go and hook back up with that 29. Here's the 17. Kincaid still stuck on the high side. Lost one to Elvis. Gonna lose one to Chris Smith, and now the Caveman thinking about taking his turn there in the double three. Can the Caveman complete the pass through 3 and 4? Jonathan Smith here. He's thinking about taking a look in the 72. Shaggy runs the 72 when I race. He's supposed to be in a 73, I think. But hey, close enough. The blinking, though, the other drivers aren't going to like that. As we look up the road, who's stuck on the outside? That's JG and the hot dog machine. Or maybe it's a Broad. He gets a door there from the Caveman. Frankie Klein, he gets the double three wide, and JG sinking like a rock here in the early stages. You got to think maybe that's part of that three's plan here. 100 laps, one set of sneakers. You got to behave. Out front, let's just take a look here. I'm not going to remember, but you guys can remember. Let's go to Justin Coleman here. We'll bring up their lap times. So we're seeing a 19.0 the last time. High 18s before. Let's see what kind of pace we have here as we close down, get around about lap 20. Really going to see things start to slow down, I'd imagine, as the 80 of Chris Smith, he holds off the Caveman. But that 33 on the move here early, and he's got to hope he's going to have some sneaker left at the end of this thing. Only on lap 12. Already up 3 spots, but the man 2 spots up the road, Elvis, he's left the building before, and he's trying to do it again. Up 7 spots, and the 54 is, well, you know what, is he really upset? Yeah, no, he would be. He wouldn't hit that invert. I know some guys, like it's going to tell me, for instance, Mark Whitley up 9 spots. We know with the invert, he started up there, but no, Elvis, he's earned his the hard way. Same with Jonathan Smith. Started 16th, up 5 spots. Jonathan Smith in that 72 ride. Looking for a good night here, but you go too hard, too early. Really got to pace yourself. Frank Barbary. He's a new guy to me. Haven't heard that name before. He's just pacing around in the back, keeping the car clean. When there's a long way to go. And I'm kind of in the Frank camp, to be honest with you. If I'm running this race, I'm hanging out in the back third. Just letting those guys beat on each other, beat up their tires. As you see here, the 12 of Matt Mingo tries to take a look. The 72 scrapes that outside wall. And Mingo, can he get it done? Just ahead at the line is Shaggy's going to mute himself here. Give me a second. Got to blow the nose. But we'll stay trackside. Mark Whitley holding on to P3 after allowing Justin Coleman by. We missed that pass for the lead. Let's see here. If we find that, we'll rewind here. We'll get a look at it. So it's just a move going into 3. Whitley doesn't want to put up too much of a fight, allows Adkins to go on by, and well, that was the move. You don't want to work too hard early, especially if you're Whitley. You drive that thing in too deep up top, you're going to make the tires mad. Smart move. Let Coleman go out front, set the pace. You just want to make sure you can keep an eye on him out that windshield. Lide, we talked to him in the beginning, started 15th, he's up to 12th, slowly moving his way up through the field, and I think that's the pace he intended. Doesn't need to get them all right away, there's no point. A long, long way to go here as we're only a fifth of the way through. Coleman seeing that 17 look a little bigger here lap by lap. Jonathan Adkins, he's won already once this season. Could he do it again here at the fairgrounds? Battle for third here, or fourth, excuse me. DeMerchant to the inside, able to get around Whitley, and there we go. It's almost like I know a little something. CP just following that 57 through the field. That's just like a cat playing with a mouse here. He's using DeMerchant. DeMerchant's the one got to drive it in deep and really send it in. You scare that car, and CP's just using that to his advantage, trying to get on by. And Brandon Elvis, if he doesn't get on the move, he's going to be next for that 57 of DeMerchant. Right off the top here, the double deuce. Let's see what Lide sees. A bunch of single file as leaders now you see enter one. So about a full straightaway behind. That's nothing here, short track racing. That's about 15 laps at the end if you save your tires right. That's what John is hoping he did here. He's trying to play the game, and the double deuce, he's been racing for a long time. You can't count him out as we see a battle. Zaccardo, he tried to duck to the inside, but couldn't find the speed coming off a 2. Is almost contact behind. Matt Mingo thought about a big send, but the 17 of Keith Kincaid shut the door. The caveman, we saw him working his way up through the field, getting that double 3 wide early on. And, well, it was with this man in the hot dog machine, Jake Griffin. He's running back there a ways. P17, Jake Griffin. He's either really, really saving his tires, or boy, that 3 machine just ain't acting right. And Jake Griffin, they're the leaders. He's about half a track behind. If this thing would stay green, I don't care how much tire you save. That's going to be too much to make up. And Jake, he's going to need some serious help back there in the 3. You take a look at these guys. Let's see what kind of lap times they're running here. 18.7s. So we're seeing them run mid-18s right now. Guys pacing themselves here. 77 of Whitley. He's still staying a little bit above that 19 mark. So that's where he was running earlier out front. But drivers wanting to go hard early. And seeing the 77 staying true to that pace. Meanwhile, out front, they are clicking them off. And just watching the sand drip out of the glass here. On lap 33 right now, they click this off a third of the way through. 66 laps to go. First caution of the night. As the 17 of Keith Kincaid. Well, this is going to be the worst view of this we've ever seen. I tried to get out of that real quick. Sorry, I had the wrong replay camera selected. Let's see. So, Kincaid Struggling a little bit there going down the backstretch. Tries to get up high and out of the way. We see what's going to happen here. So Mingo drives it in. Has to stomp the brakes pretty good there. It looked like he was going to get in the double deuce. The 17. Then reacts. Loses the rear end when he stomps in the brakes. And look at the 79. Nowhere to go, man. The Pittsburgh driver. That is going to literally put a dent in his night. Anthony Yankello. The 79 on pit road. I have to see how much damage they can fix on that thing, but right now your leader Justin Coleman looking good out front. Let's see here. Who do we have? Who do we have? Who do we have? As lights are still on. Trying to take a look at who we could pull up here, but like I say, our driver's limited here tonight in Discord. Probably the least amount I've seen from them, so shame on you. You don't want to pull Yanks up here. I don't like doing that to people after they get into an accident. I'll see. If the lights stay on... No, okay, lights go off. I was going to say we'd talk to Christian Peterson. He's working his way up towards the top 5, actually in the top 5. If we get another caution, we'll probably pull him up next. He's currently the highest ranked driver in Discord. That's the 04 of Justin Coleman. Set to bring us back to the green flag. The pace car dives off onto pit road. Coleman on the top shelf drops the hammer, and we're back underway. DeMerchant with a great restart, going from 4th to 2nd. Adkins, he gets wide. He's got to slow him down a little bit. Adkins playing some early defense here in their... Really, I mean, you know... Basically the first third, I mean, technically the second, but only on lap 36. And you got to run those tires the rest of the way, so you don't want to make them too angry. And right now, DeMerchant stuck on that top shelf. Elvis looking back underneath. DeMerchant falls in line. Through 1 and 2, Elvis gets a good run on exit. Does he think about taking a shot? Not close enough to Adkins, but definitely thought about it. And that's what matters. You want that driver in front of you. You want to be in his head. You want to make him think about you. If he just peeks up in that mirror one too many times, he's going to miss his entry, and that's when you dive on in. As Elvis just waiting for his opportunity to strike. That 54 Chevrolet looks pretty good, but he's got a pretty good car behind him as well. That Pennzoil machine. Here comes DeMerchant, and Christian Peterson dives it in low. DeMerchant tries to counter off with a little diamond line. Not close enough for a send, but he takes a peek in 1 and 2. Elvis able to hold off for now. Christian Peterson, what kind of run does he get? Not enough to think about taking a shot, but he's got the 80 of Chris Smith behind him. Gotta be decisive. If you make the move, you gotta make it stick, or you're gonna have that other guy shoot his shot behind you. Christian Peterson looking good. Justin Coleman, no stranger to victory lane, but he's got to wait a while if he wants to get there again. Over 50 laps to go. for the 04 of Justin Coleman, who your guess is as good as mine. Did he blow his load early, or did he save enough? As we've got a battle behind. Christian Peterson thought about it again. DeMerchant getting ever so bigger. That Pennzoil machine able to hold off for now. Christian Peterson right there, though. Does he make the move going into 2? Oh, he takes a peek, makes a late move, and makes best of it there. Just gathers it up, falls in line, and he knows he's going to run out of opportunities like that. DeMerchant, a great driver, not going to leave the door open too many times. Lide, he told us his strategy started 15th. He's broke the top 10 now, coming close to the halfway point. Can the double deuce keep the climb? Is Jake Griffin? Man, oh man, where did the hot dog machine come from? He fell to the back. Now he's decided it's go time. He's got the 3 up to 9. He's gonna need some help though out front here as Christian Peterson makes a move. DeMerchant almost gets a little shot from Chris Smith. Does DeMerchant take a peek back down? No. Can Smith follow the 71 here, make a move and get on by? Or is DeMerchant going to prove to be too tough here? He's sliding up a little bit on exit. Maybe didn't expect the tire wear at this stage. Or maybe he's just letting those tires age a little slower than the rest of the guys. Just bring them in a couple laps later, and if you drive it in too deep, you have the chance to save a little bit of that tire wear. And what I mean is you cool them off. You bring them back to you. It's not easy to do, and it's not easy to keep up speed, but the best drivers can do it. And that's why I'm up here and they're out there as the caution flag flies for the second time. Russell Pete's involved. Russell running around there. You see him just lose the rear end out of 4 all by his lonesome, and with only 1 set of tires, that's not what you want to do. Able to avoid any major damage. Caution waves here for the second time. Well, let's figure out what the heck is going on, and to try and figure out what's going on, we'll bring up the man here running in 4th place, Christian Peterson. How's the car feel, man?
Not bad. Just kind of biding my time. We're about halfway here, so it's getting to go time. We'll see what we got here. These guys up here in front of me are pretty stout, so just gonna try to get what I can, you know.
Now, how hard is it? You know, you see some drivers drive by you there in the beginning and really try to press that pace, but you notice they come back to you in about 20 or 15 laps. But how hard is it really to tug on that leash, man, and keep the speed back early on?
Yeah, for the first like 25, 30 laps, I was just trying to cruise. And now that we're past that and we got like 2 cautions, I'm just trying to, I don't know. At this point, you got to kind of go. So, I don't know. It's just kind of a cat and mouse type of game. You know what I mean? It's hard to pass, and is it going to be better to pass people early and keep the track position, or is it going to be better to have tires at the end and keep going? You know?
Yeah. One last thing, man, before I let you go. You kind of touched on it a little bit, but here we're at the halfway point almost, and is it go time? Do we think we're going to get another late caution, or could this thing possibly stay green? You got to make your move now.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we could probably get 1 more caution, maybe, with how it's gone. But I'm trying to make my way forward at this point.
Well, hey, get back to it, man. Good luck here. Did the leader choose the inside?
He did.
Oh man, it's going to get good here. Good luck.
Thanks, buddy.
CP on the outside. Leader chooses the inside. We've seen that not work before. Can Adkins get a good jump in that 117? as we get ready to go back and drop the hammer. Lap 50 this time by Justin Coleman with a great restart. Adkins misses a shift up top, and we got a big one going into turn 1. Oh boy, we got cars around. Big wreck at the fairgrounds. And we're gonna see here, we just see drivers not being able to check up. We're gonna go in the aerial here so we get a little better view of this. And we'll go up the road. Let's see here. Who do we want? Lyday loses it in this. So you can kind of see in front. We may have to go up, a little more here. We'll find CP. That'll probably be the easiest ride here. And the 17 of Adkins, he just misses a shift, doesn't go, and CP does all he can not to wreck him. He gets a shot then from the 80. Smith does a good job of checking up. But they just don't get the memo behind. Lyday couldn't get on the brakes in time. He then gets hooked by the 80. And boy, oh boy, the carnage ensued. Lyday then gets into Adkins as he slides up the track. Nothing either driver could do. It's the 17 of Adkins. He's just sitting there. He may have actually... Did he have a steering wheel issue, I wonder? Tough break. That's really going to shake up the field. See everything jumping around. Coleman, Elvis, DeMerchant, Christian Peterson, and then the Caveman, your top 5. Jake Griffin. He's got the hot dog machine on up in the top 5. Maybe not the way he intended to get there, almost in the top 5. I guess Jake here sitting 6, but it seemed like early on, man, you saved a lot of tire. You drop back to the back. What are we thinking here this second half of the race?
Yeah, well, the issue was, Shaggy, I didn't put any fuel in the car. So I figured, what's the point in me running up front? We might as well save our tire because I got to pit anyways. So we pitted. I didn't know if we were going to either caution or not, but we did, and we pitted, and now we're all good. Got lucky on that one.
Well, hey, man, are the lights off? Did I miss that? You going back green?
Yeah, we're
here?
one to go.
Okay, well, hey, I'll shut my mouth, send you back home. Good luck here, Jake.
All right, thanks, Shaggy.
Yeah, I got caught sleeping there. I guess I diagnosed that replay for a little longer than I normally do, but Justin Coleman picking the high side this time. Getting his teammate possibly up there to second, Elvis. Now he gets that jump. Elvis can sucker up there, let him down, and then those teammates can try to drive off, but here comes CP. He said it might be go time. He puts the move on the top shelf, and he drives around that Pennzoil 29. He moves on up into the final podium spot. 48 laps left to play. Plenty of time, and CP moves on up into the top 3. Jake Griffin, the man we just spoke to, the hot dog machine. Can he find a way to get into the top 5? Probably got a lot of tread left in that thing, man. You heard. Put a dangerous game, forgot to put fuel in it. But now he's back ready to play. Can he park this thing on the podium? Long way to go. The Pittsburgh man in the 79. We saw him get a front end full in that early accident. And now he's got a car peeking to the inside. Chris Smith. Can Anthony Ankello hold on to this top 10? Long way to go. And boy, oh boy, Chris Smith, he is a coming. He dives off to the inside through 3 and 4. He floats up a little bit. Yanks gives him plenty of room, and now we got side by side in front of them. Leduce takes the 23 and tries to get under Matt Mingo. Mingo a little slow off at 2. Not the best run, and here comes Joey. Floats up a little bit, maybe makes a little bit of contact, and the 23 gets it done. Coming off at 2, your leader, Justin Coleman. A little over 40 laps to go. Car slipping and sliding. Couldn't tell who that was. It may have been Matt Sicardo in the 60 machine. But he's able to gather it, and Anthony Ankello tries to take a peek downstairs, get one of those spots back he just lost, and he does. Coming off of 4, ready to take lap 58. Can CP get up here and play with Elvis, or him and Coleman? Too tough to tame. Plenty of time to go. As Joey finally gets that move complete there on the 80. Smith had been coming back on the outside for a couple laps. This is where the battle is. Oh, we saw it. Oh, Zaccardo gets in there, gets into the 79's left rear, and Yanks goes around. Not the race that Anthony Ankello thought he was going to have when he woke up this morning. Tough break. And man, every time you lock it up, every time you loop around, you're just hurting the tires that much more. And I'm going to rewind this a little bit here. We'll try to get that aerial shot. Now, I've been told by certain drivers in this league that this is the worst effing camera and the worst angle they could imagine, but this is the one I like. And you can see there, the 60 with a late move, not there. Yanks probably doesn't know he's making that move. And Zaccardo slides up a little bit, tags him again, sends him around. And Anthony Ankello involved in your third caution of the evening. Or fourth, excuse me. Fourth caution of the evening. You see here, none of your top 2 in the Discord, so like I say, shame on you. Would love to hear what's going through their minds right now. As we do have Joey LaDuce in Discord, but I don't like bringing drivers that were just involved in the caution. Not exactly cool to do. And where do we have Mingo's on pit road, so don't want to bring him up. So yeah, it looks like this is just going to be another quiet caution here with you and I. As we get ready to go back racing here at the fairgrounds, 40 laps to go. When we do indeed go back racing. Man, my apologies for the coughing and the nasal sounding, but boy, oh boy. My throat has been hammered these last 2 days. We got 3 more days of broadcasting left, so we better figure it out. As the green flag's high, it's ready to fly. Lap 60 set to be underway. 40 laps to play. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. We saw him drive it in deep. It started there with the 72 and the 80 machine. Let's rewind here, and, well, you'd think less grip, drivers would start to settle down, but what do you see? The caveman, Jake Griffin, he's behind CP. Take a look there at that middle top left of your screen, the hot dog machine. The 33 with a late send, he gets into the left rear of Jake. He's got to slam the brakes. The 72 just gets in the brakes before he gets into him, but Smith, not enough time to react, and he gets a shot from Adkins. Lyday, does he get his way through this thing clean? He does. Good job there by the double deuce. Keep that nose clean, but, well, 3 or 4 other drivers not so fortunate. And we're back under caution once again. And DeMerchant used that restart, what appears to be able to get back by Christian Peterson. I'm not too sure. These guys, yeah, Jake, get the heck in line in that 3. This thing jumps around for me. I can't get a steady lineup. I go off where you guys are running. I don't design the software, I just use it. Justin Coleman paces his way around the fairgrounds. Slow and steady wins the race here, may be the case. We'll have to see what's up here for the 54 of Brandon Elvis. Can he find a way around Coleman, or is it just going to prove to be too much? Similar paint jobs make me think teammates. Starting on the bottom, giving it a guy, a good jump on the restart makes me think teammate. So I assume 1 and 2, they're going to work together to try to bring this thing home. Can Christian Peterson find a way around? Can DeMerchant find a way to make a late race charge as the green flag is high? It's ready to fly. We're back underway at the Nashville Fairgrounds. 40 laps to go. CP trying to take advantage of that momentum here going down the backstretch. Can't close the door. DeMerchant still there. Only by inches, but it's enough. But CP closes the door. Griffin and the Caveman make contact. Griffin floats back up. Contact. Beating and banging. Using the fenders at the fairgrounds. We keep on rolling. Oh, no. Man, oh, man. Gets into him thereafter, and, well, Jake, I love you, but I know a brake check when I see one, and I know this starts going down the front stretch, but hey. Let's see here. We got to bring up the cheat sheet. I don't want to play around with the other one. We're going to go up in top. And we're going to see what happens here. So Jake floats up. Gets into the 33. The 33 comes down after bouncing into the wall. Gets back into Jake. Jake sticks in it here. Goes down on the apron. Drives back up into the Caveman. They're able to hold on inside of each other, side by side. Lide goes around, and then, well, you tell me what you think happened here. All of a sudden, car gets really slow right in front of the 33, and just like that, you ruin the 12, the run he had going, and well, sometimes that's the way it goes. But when caution laps aren't counting, you definitely hope drivers maybe respect each other a little bit here and keep it clean, but just like that. It was changed, not too sure either. Let's go break down what happened to the 71 here. So does CP just come down pit road? He does. Hey man, DeMerchant came down pit road. Maybe not enough gas. With all the caution flags, and we're going to assume that would be the case. But the green flag's high. It's ready to fly. 3 cautions in 3 laps. Behave yourself. We're back underway. drivers flirting there in the center. Believe that was Zaccardo floating up real close to Chris Smith after a deep drive in, side by side through 3 and 4. '91 of Russell Peets. We saw him loop around early on. He's able to bring it back up into almost the top 5, currently running 6th. Can Russell move one step up the road? Man, we saw him sneak through that accident. There's the double deuce of John Lyday. Let's ride on the nose. He's ready to play. Almost tacking that thing out here as we roll on to lap 66, 2/3 of the way through. John Lyday, can he go up here and break up the team 1-2? Ken Zeems, another guy we don't hear a lot about. He's got it up into the top 5 here, rolling 4th. Looks like a 90. I think it's supposed to be a 40, but hey, it is what it is. Ken Zeems rolling up towards the front. Pete stuck on the outside as DeMerchant looks to get, or excuse me, that's Zaccardo looking to get around, or no, Mingo in the 1-2. That's Matt Mingo trying to get around. 91 proven to be too much, able to get down there, shut the door. As Christian Peterson makes the climb back up through the field. Not too sure why he had that pit stop. Like I say, other than needing fuel, no other reason to go down this late in the race. But with 30 laps to go, Ken Zeems looking to be one of the drivers who's got a lot of tread left in this thing. He's trying to find a way around John Lyday all over that rear end. As the caution flag waves one more time. Not too sure who was involved in this one. This is another one where I'm going to have to do some hunting. Okay, that did not take long. Chris Smith gets some help there, it looked like from the 33. We'll see. I mean, he's got the nose there. It just, man. Guys really getting the elbows out here. And, running around at the back of the tail end of the lead lap. That's not really the way you want to get yourself on the TV, I don't think. Trying to bully your way into the top 10. Not a good way to make friends, but, after you've had a rough night sometimes, that's the way it goes here is... We'll be coming to 30 laps to go when we take the green flag. But if you're out there watching, I see a few folks out there watching. Let us know who you're rooting for tonight. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, pretty please. Maybe even hit that share button. Let your friends know what you're doing tonight. I'm not too sure why some of these guys going down pit road. There we see DeMerchant. He came down again. He's at the tail end of the pack. But, hey, different strokes for different folks, and go down the backstretch one more time. Hopefully the final restart of the evening here for the Trackmaster Sim Series. As we roll through 3 and 4, the green flag is high. It's ready to fly. 30 laps to play at the fairgrounds. Can we finish it here? Drivers, oh, the 72 loses it a little bit. CP's got to check up. He's got to get out of the throttle. Zaccardo drives by. Mingo now to the top shelf. As drivers sliding all around here, really feeling the tire wear late. Griffin dives to the inside of Whitley. We saw Whitley sliding around. Whitley gonna diamond back to the inside. As we take a peek there, 3 wide, Atkins on the bottom. That didn't last long there. Drivers needed to back out. Anthony Ankello holds on to the advantage for now as Christian Peterson finally able to take a peek inside of that 72 of Jonathan Smith. Oh, cars bouncing off the wall. Matt Mingo, I believe, in that 1-2 Skyline machine. Fenders look straight for now. Not going to take too many of those. You want these tires to last. Going up there and beating down the wall, that sure as heck ain't going to help. As Ken Zeem still trying to find a way around. You got to think he's starting to grow a little frustrated here. Shown some pace, but John doing just what he needs to do, holding on to that third and final podium spot. And now he's actually inching a little closer to Brandon Elvis. You maybe get up there, lay a little bumper to him, move him out of the way, and get the double deuce on up the ladder. There's Anthony Ankello sitting in the top 10, but another caution. And we'll have to see who's the culprit here. As you see, I believe that's him in the 12 of Matt Mingo. Mingo to the inside. Let's try to get an aerial view of this. Mingo's definitely there at the door. Floats up a little bit. And after they make the contact, Matt may think he's getting, turned down over, but the 91 Pete's, he's not in control at that point in time. He's already lost it after that little tap. I know, not malicious, but sometimes that's enough to get the job done. And Russell, just like that, his race is going to be over. So yeah, I maybe should take one of those tests too, because like I was saying, I don't know when you tuned in here, but boy, oh boy, man, these last couple of days, my throat has been whack. Hopefully I still sound okay, but I'm trying to really let the throat relax here under caution, because this is my 4th show of the night here. I am feeling it. I haven't had this much pain from a sore throat in a while, so. Trying to tough through this thing, but drawing on here, rolling up close to 10:30 Eastern time. Hopefully the drivers can behave themselves here and try to end this with 3 more flags, a green, a white, and a checkered. We'll have to see a long way to go here at the fairgrounds. As we go down the backstretch for the final time, lights are off on the pace car. And we're going to get set to go back racing here at the fairgrounds. Can the teammates hold them off up front, or can the double deuce or Ken Zeems find a way to spoil the party? We're back underway, 24 laps to go. The teammates fall right in line. The double deuce gets into Ken. There's a little stack up. Nobody lifting, but just like that, Ken gets shuffled to the back. And Man, that's short track racing. Guys bumping in the back, and geez, we're under caution again. And, sometimes you're just racing a little too hard for spots that maybe don't matter. And oh boy, I mean, Chris Smith, you could see, I think he maybe gets some help there on the inside, but starts a little earlier. Let's go up top here. So not a lot of help, but a little bit. I mean, Jake floats up, maybe not knowing they're 3 wide. And really, I mean, when you're on the bottom, you can see how he keeps coming up. There just wasn't room for 2 other cars. And man, oh man, Ken, he just finds himself being arguably one of the fastest cars on the racetrack to, like our viewer said out there, getting ping pong to the back. That is just a tough break for Ken Zeems, and man, one he's probably not gonna forget. Let's see here. I don't know how to see it here. Just out of for curiosity's sake. 9th? Yeah, 9th one of the night. I need that side one to see it. But boy, oh boy, 9 cautions here. In the first, let's see, 78 laps. Not a lot of long green flag runs. Guys just being impatient here. Getting aggressive. We'll have to see if they calm it down here in the later stages. Lights should go off on the pace car this time by. We are going to get set to go back racing. See Anthony Ankello, he's worked his way back up into that top 10. Good run for the 79, currently 8th. How much further up the road can he get? Not a lot of time left. Well, the pace car is off. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. 22 laps to play. Behave, everybody. Oh, Lide getting really close to Elvis there, coming off a 2. He's able to get up and shut the door. Zaccardo thinks about giving him a shove as they enter 3. CP down below him. Christian can't get a run, though, and Zaccardo, he goes down, he shuts the door. CP checks up, not in time, and well, we're under caution. 10th time of the night here at the fairgrounds, and man, oh man. Definitely, there are people, getting written off the Christmas list in this race, that's for sure. Trying to find that 60 machine. I'm trying to get a good view of that. Here as we go back. So you see CP with a late move. Zaccardo was able to gather it back up, but just a full pack of cars behind him gets tapped again. Goes around, and we are under caution once again here. There's Justin Coleman riding around under caution. Hopefully he's got enough gas in that thing. You're hearing him go, wow, wow. I'd say he's revving it up and then coasting. He's probably getting pretty close on fuel here. You can hear him shutting it off. Listen. I mean, just real quick in the throttle, then real quick out of it. He's definitely worried about fuel. And with the 29 pitting. Or I guess it's supposed to be a 57 there. DeMerchant, you know he can make it. CP maybe penalizing himself there. I don't think Christian got tore up in that accident, but moves to the rear end, moves to the rear after the contact, and it is where he is, gets the penalty there, goes to the back, and just like that, we're set to go back green this time by. We'll see what happens here. As the clock drags on, the pace car's off, the green flag's high. 20 laps to go at the fairgrounds. We're back racing. Drivers running in deep behind here. You see Griffin. Oh, it was almost 3 wide. The double deuce has to back out there. That was a close call. Here's the 73 up top. We're 3 wide. Griffin looking to shoot the hole, drive it in. Jake Griffin getting aggressive here, trying to move back on up into the top 5. Sends it in deep under the 12 of Mingo. The race is on. Christian bounces off the wall. You see that white car getting to the outside fence as we race down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Single file with 17 laps to go this time by. Don't start getting racy until we get back here in the back as Zeem's trying to make a move. He drives it in deep. He's able to get under the 72 and move him on up the road as he gets on by John Smith. Do the teammates take the gloves off and go at it here? 16 laps to go, starting to run out of time. Elvis, we've seen him win before. We've seen Atkins win before, and shame on me, I can't remember if Coleman's won one of these things. I believe he has, but I don't want to be a liar. And Seth the Merchant, we haven't seen him take one home yet this season. He's running P4. Anthony Ankello holding on to P6, but he looks down to the inside. He gets a little touch. Griffin gets into the back of him, and just like that, we're under caution once again. Matt Mingo goes around, and for the 12th time, we're under caution. So we see here, you're going to see Mingo. He's going to get ever so slightly into Yanks, I think, in the center of the corner. It's not really going to be that bad. I mean, Yanks is coming down a little bit as he's coming up. So what he's going to do is he's going to lift there. And, I mean, Jake, I know he wants to make the move, but going 3 wide there, maybe not the time or place. And Mingo goes around, and 73, he tries to check up, but guy behind him didn't get the memo. He gets planted, and man, just like that, under caution once again. And boy, oh boy, I would not want to have to review this race. That is, they're going to have a busy, busy evening. That is for sure, and I'm dang near positive there's going to be a lot of upset drivers that, you know, maybe some of the the way some of the drivers have conducted themselves here this evening. Started with 20. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 rolling there, and some of them look pretty sick. So that's the type of race we've had here this evening. And definitely one that you don't want to write home about. Unless you're Justin Coleman or Brandon Elvis. Pretty clean race out front. They've been able to write the script accordingly, and just looking to get through this thing, hoping they have enough fuel. Because whether we like it or not, all these caution laps, that is going to come into play. So, did you put enough gas in this thing? Can you bring it home? Or did we just draw this thing out too far? 100 laps here at the fairgrounds. You do the math there. I mean, 12 cautions. 4 laps of caution. I mean, that's 48 extra laps that they've paced around. And then, normally a couple of caution laps here and there aren't going to add up. But you start getting into the 40s, boy, they add up. And you'll see that fuel tank start to drop as the green flag's high. It's back out. 13 laps to go as Adkins tries to make a move on the inside. Can he get by DeMerchant? DeMerchant with a big tear off the top shelf. Not too sure. Did we just see the leader disconnect? Justin Coleman, I think we did. Oh, as another caution flies. Here, I believe Ken Zeem's involved in this one. He decides to just park it and well, let's try to diagnose what happened here. So we see Zeems making a late move coming out of the corner. CP trying to come down. I mean, CP definitely comes down. Not a lot there. And it's a case of, he definitely, Ken hasn't had the race he's wanted to have. He's gotten moved out of the way by a couple people. And I think you see the frustration just spill over there. You don't want to lift for a guy when you've had a rough night. And well, CP, he comes down the racetrack. No, he only had a fender there, not willing to lift. And we see 2 cars wadded up here. And I believe that's that was number 12. Okay, so I had jumped ahead of myself. I thought the last one was 12, but 12th caution of the evening here at the fairgrounds, and oh man, Shaggy's gonna hope the wife isn't back there trying to sleep and mad at me for still being on here. Because it is turning into a late one. Lights are off. Your leader who set the pace pretty much the whole time, Justin Coleman, lost that connection. Gone, disappeared, and that's a tough break for the 04 is we roll through 3 and 4. Green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Back underway at the fairgrounds. 12 laps to go. Adkins to the inside of the 77. Whitley, we saw him sink back earlier. But able to fight back here at the end, keep the fenders straight. And maybe that's all that matters in this thing. Well, they were straight in the 17, make a little contact. And here comes Seth DeMerchant trying to move on up into that final podium spot. The 29 sends it off into 3, side by side with the 77. Give the run to Mark. He gets a little tap, though, I think, from the double deuce. That's going to help Seth get this run finished. Now John trying to come take a bite out of the apple, but here comes Mark. He wants a piece. He gets into DeMerchant. He spins him. Caution flies. And whoa, man. Oh, man. 13 cautions here this evening. And boy, my throat hurts. I mean, there you see, he just gets a shot. Seth able to save it. But, not too sure if we had a, if that was pretty quick to jump the gun. I don't know if that was an iRacing caution or an admin caution. Well, Kyle, that is a great question. If you ever do want to tip Shaggy TV, I got a Venmo, got a Cash App, and it's ZChap91 for both of them. ZCHAP91. I used to have a PayPal, but I used to gamble with trading cards, and about 750 of us in a Facebook group all got banned within 3 weeks because we were told that we were gambling illegally. So that is a story for another time. That was years ago, and Shaggy's wife has to use the PayPal now, so. Can Elvis leave the building, man? Maybe not the way he intended. His teammate loses his connection. Justin Coleman, while he was out front, inherits the lead the easy way, but now he's got to hold off the 117 of Adkins, the double deuce of John Lyday, and the 77 of Mark Whitley. Got a lot of hungry dogs back there. Can he hold them off? Gonna have 9 laps to go when we go back green. As Mark really needs to nail this restart. Put the pressure on Adkins and then try to go to work on the leader. As the green flag's out, we're back underway. 9 laps to play at the fairgrounds. We're running out of bodies out there, but they're still making contact. Oh, we're back under caution and possibly the biggest wreck of the evening. That's a close one as they're still backing up into each other. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, we're doing a demo derby. I think Yank's a little disgusted. You see that 79 driving around, and well, it all starts with the 77 and the double deuce there. We're going to go back a little further. I think the 72 checks up coming out of the corner, doesn't want to get into the side, or the 77 doesn't want to get in the side of the 17. Relook at the caution on lap 25. Well, you know what? We've got nothing but time, so I will advance back to lap 25. We'll figure out what happened, but yeah, back under caution again here. We're going to have to bring up the cheat here. You know that. 25. We will find lap 25 because this is a ways back. So, lap 25. And then who are we looking for here? Watch the 33. Okay, so let me find the 33 here. No, I'm on lap 25. You saw me click that here. Now we're on 26. Did you mean 24? Is it the lap before? Was this what we were talking about? No, all right. Well, you see it. You can see the iRacing thing. I'm not trying to screw you out. I went back to lap 25, but I don't see anything with the 33 here. Let's kick this thing back live, though. We're probably going to get ready to go back. Racing is Elvis out front. Lights are off. Eight laps to go when we go back racing. Throw a dart. They may win. It's going to get crazy. 8 laps to play here at the fairgrounds. Jake Griffin somehow sneaks his way back up into the top 3 after one of the craziest races, we've seen from a driver, and I will give him a hard time about it. I like Jake, but maybe driving a little out of character tonight here. 7 laps to go, and Christian Peterson, he runs out of gas in the 71, and, well, right on cue, Russell Peets gets turned, and we are under caution once again here at the fairgrounds. And let's see, guys just racing hard here in the back, and go try to get a good view of this. You can see Russell fighting a loose race car. Left rear, it's stepping out, and John just comes up, gets into the side of him when he's already loose. He goes around, and okay, so 25 to go. All right, I see it this time. 25 to go, so we'll go to lap 75, and then we're going to the 33. Now, I think I know what you're talking about, because if you watch it on the broadcast, yeah, I highlighted this live. Yeah, trust me, that's why I was referring to Jake driving a little bit out of character. I'm not afraid to say it again, but yeah, let's, if you missed it, this is what happened. That's what he's referring to. Now, here, we can... All right, if we think actually that isn't what was bad, you ought to go back and look at this broadcast, because, I'm the first to admit here, I talked to Jake. I consider him an iRacing friend, but if you think what the 33 did there was bad, Roscoe, you ought to go back and take a look at maybe why he did that. Gets moved out of the way a couple times and then gets the brakes slammed on him going into turn 3. And if I was the 33, that's what, like I say, why I'm up here in the booth. But that 3 car wouldn't have finished this race. That's for sure. So this thing's not over yet. Let's check. I believe that's what, 15? Yeah, 15 cautions here. So probably going to get another one, if we're just being honest. Let's see what happens here. They can behave. Pace car is going to pull off. Elvis looking to drop the hammer one more time, and we're back underway at the fairgrounds. 6 laps to go. Oh, almost another one there. Mingo almost gets into the back of the 23. Here comes Anthony Yankello on the high side with a late charge. How much sneaker does that 79 have left? 5 laps to go. As Adkins, can he make a move? He hasn't been able to close that gap on the 54. Now 4 to go, excuse me. It needed to catch up, so I was a lap ahead. But it's the battle on. The 23 of Ledouce able to work around and move on up into 4th, but they've let the front 3 walk away as Matt Mingo tries to take a look back to the inside. Oh, the double deuce slides up. He locks it up. Yanks gets into the back of him. He's able to keep it straight. No caution flies. They're 3 wide through 3 and 4, but 2 laps to go out front for Elvis. Can Elvis hold off Adkins as they roll through 3 and 4? We're about to see the white flag wave. Who thought it was ever going to come? Not me, but it's the final lap. One more trip around. Can Elvis be smooth here through 3 and 4? His teammate led most of the way. He inherited it with a little luck, and as the checkered flag flies, Elvis takes home tonight's 100-lap main event here at the Nashville Fairgrounds. Atkins P2, Jake Griffin rounds out your podium. As we see here, Elvis Adkins park it on the front stretch. I don't think Jake's going to drive it around here. But we'll go back. We'll see if we're going to make these short and sweet. I'm telling you right now, drivers better be ready for the interviews here. If you're not up there in time, you're not going to get it. Long night for me. We'll see here. I'll give Jake another minute or two. Hey, Jake, Shaggy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
What's up, Shaggy? I got you.
Well, quite the chaotic race, but you're able to survive and parking on the podium, man. What can you take away from the night?
Are you sweating? Because I'm sweating, Shaggy. That was a long race. An hour 4 to be exact. So I can take away from tonight that we need to put more fuel in probably next time. I ran out of fuel about 3 times.
Yeah, I noticed guys coming up and down pit road here and there, but it just seemed like, man, the caution bug. You guys couldn't stay away from it, and all those extra laps not going to help the fuel load.
Yeah, I think the league's going to make some changes here next week, and it's going to be a lot better. It's just a lot of people need to slow down, me being one of them. I'm known for getting into people, and I think I did that as well tonight. So everybody's got to slow down, and we got to be held accountable for stuff, and that's not happening right now in the league. So when that starts to happen, hopefully the league starts to trend back up.
Well, hey, man, at the end of the day, able to park this thing on the podium. Congratulations. Who you want to thank?
I just got to thank you, Shaggy. And that's it, man. Just you.
Well, hey, good run, man, and good luck the rest of the way, Jake.
All right, thank you.
Now we're going to bring up our P2 finisher, John Adkins. John, we've seen you win these things before, man, but it just seemed like you never really got the chance to go back at him. We know advantage to the leader on restarts, and by the time you'd get that thing rolling, couple laps, well, the caution flag would fly. What's going through your head?
Yeah, it was a rough one. I think I was just kind of biding my time there behind Coleman before the first caution came out and just trying to save tires. And after that first one, it all went to hell. So the next restart, my wheel disconnected and it wouldn't shift, and I caused a big calamity myself there. And then it was just bumper cars all the way back to the front, I think. But I don't think I had anything for Brandon there at the end. My car was a little bit beat up, but he had a good car.
No, obviously, that was my guess there on the broadcast. I thought something happened to the wheel because the way you just sat still for a while after the caution, I knew something wasn't right. But, able to drive that thing up towards the front. But not to take the spotlight off you, John, but does anybody have any update? Did Mr. Coleman, did he lose the internet there? Is that what happened to that car?
Yep, he dropped his packets. So we were going down the backstretch coming to green. He said everybody just disappeared, and then his car was still there, like all the way till we came to green, but he couldn't see anybody. And that happened to me, like on the first caution too. Everybody disappeared when we restarted, and I just happened to go, and then I came back right as we were crossing the start finish line. So I don't know if it's an iRacing problem or an internet problem or I don't know, but it sucks that happened to him because I don't want to speak for Brandon, but I don't think he was planning on giving Justin too hard of a time, and we were kind of content to run 1, 2, 3 there. So it sucks, but
yeah, it definitely seemed the way you described. I mean, that's teammates, you guys working together there, being able to get up into the top 3, and it seemed like you were pretty content. It's a tough break for Justin, but hey, man, in the virtual world, that's how it goes. And John, you're able to bring home a P2 because of it. Congratulations, man. Who you want to thank?
I appreciate it. I'd like to thank Shock Eye Racing Performance, Studio 10 Rats, Miller Family Trucking, Coleman Designs. Coleman painted up my new car. It's a sharp car. Speed Ranch, and my smoking hot wife.
Well, hey, congratulations, John. Not the first time I've talked to you, and I'm sure as hell it's not going to be the last. Another great run, and good luck next week, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
117 bringing home P2, and well, I can say it again, maybe not the way you thought it was going to go, Brandon. You were content running in P2, man, but your buddy loses his packets, and now I get to say it. Elvis left the building again. Hell of a run, man.
Yeah, man. I guess you can say we kind of batted into that one. My teammate, he was class of the field tonight, man, and I absolutely hate that for Justin. We kind of seen when it was happening. He knew it was happening before we did, and then we were like, man, just run your line. Maybe it'll come back, and then it didn't, and he dropped his pocket, and I hate when that happens to anybody, man.
Yeah, and obviously, dude, it's the way it goes. This isn't, as far as I'm concerned, it's not cheating at all. It's, a part of the game. But, I mean, how much worse does it feel when, I saw what Justin did for you on that one restart. Takes the bottom, pulls you up there into P2, and, he helps you get there, but then just disappears. I mean, it's always good winning, but really, I mean, how bad do you feel?
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, I feel bad about that happening. On that particular restart you're talking about, it looked like Atkins missed a shift or something up there on the high side. So that definitely got me into P2 pretty easily there. But, I mean, start of the race was pretty clean and green, and we started 13th tonight. So, I mean, we passed a bunch of cars and got them early and just kind of settled in. And our car was on rails tonight. I think we run faster in qualifying laps right there the last couple laps of the race. So, I was pretty happy with that. Maybe I won't step on it so bad in qualifying next week.
No, well, you talked about it, Brandon. I mean, you got up to the front fairly quick. That's actually what I was going to say to you next. You stole it, my thunder. But we saw other guys drop back to the back. And, well, I mean, with the chaos that ensued, you saw how that worked out for them. So do you think, maybe drivers can take a page out of the 54's book and, man, just go up there out front, try to set the pace?
I don't know, man. I mean, everybody's got their own thing they like to do. I know usually if I'm back there running with the Cobs, I usually become one of them. So I try to get away from it kind of quick as I can. If I do have to start in the back, try to get trap position early. Pass them when you got tires to pass with, and then settle in. And that's what we did. It worked out tonight. It may not work next time, or may never work again. But it worked out tonight.
Well, hey, man, a good night for you and the team there. It's a shame about Justin, but congratulations, Brandon. Huge win, man. Number 2. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I just want to shout out Coleman Design for giving us these excuse my language, but badass looking race cars.
I say way worse on here. That's fine.
Okay. And Coastal Performance, our little setup shop, man. We've been getting some pretty good setups here lately. Shout out my other teammate Chris Smith. He had a bad run tonight too, man. I just hate it for him. Seems like if I run good, he runs bad. It just don't work out for us at the same time. But shout out Atkins for finishing second. That's my buddy. Chestnut Hill Restaurant, Variables Performance and Fab. My wife for allowing me to do this. It's way past my bedtime, and she's probably tapping her feet right now. But
So is mine.
yeah, just thanks to you guys for putting the league on, and thanks for putting this broadcast on for us, man. You do a great job.
Well, hey, I appreciate that, Brandon. Great job, man. Able to get out in front. You and Justin set the pace. And, well, what could have been for Justin turned into another win for Elvis. Congratulations, and good luck the rest of the way, man.
Thanks, Shaggy. Appreciate it.
And that's your winner, Brandon Elvis, as we wrap up week 6 here at the Fairgrounds in the Trackmaster Sim Series. Brandon Elvis brings home win number 2, and well, I'm wrong a lot, but I believe he is the first 2-time winner in the Trackmaster Sim Series. Like I say, could be wrong, but hey, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. On behalf of everyone here at the Trackmaster Sim Series, we thank you for tuning in. I'm Zach Chapman with Shaggy TV, signing off. Have a good evening.